So we need to address this mysterious drone situation that is happening over on the East Coast, specifically in New York and New Jersey, especially near the Picatinny Arsenal base. Now, what we are hearing, we're hearing reports from the FBI, from the White House, been hearing from local law enforcement. We've also heard from Homeland Security. I'm going to play a clip for you in just a moment, and Secretary Mayorkas is going to tell us what he believes is going on. Okay? This clip is extremely important. It's not what he says, it's how he says it and his positioning. So again, I'm going to break this down in just a moment. But you need to understand that, yeah, Homeland Security is warning us about these drones, but not about the actual drones that we were seeing. Again, I'm going to play this clip for you in a moment. But first, all I ask is one thing. Takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So here's what we're going to get to in just a moment. Homeland Security speaks out on mystery New Jersey drone threat. Now, what is the threat? Well, we're going to get to that in a moment. But what you need to keep in mind is that as of right now, U.S. officials are telling us they see no evidence of a threat from the reported drones. President-elect Donald Trump said they should be shot down. However, experts are telling us that is the last thing we want to do is shoot them down. We've also heard from other experts that do say if one comes down, do not approach it. You need to call the FBI and you need to call the bomb squad. That's what they're saying. Okay, a little concerning. But listen to this. There are reports just the other day that people were sending up their personal drones into the sky, but before they could even launch them, their battery would go from 100% to 0 almost immediately. Now, who has the technology or the capability of doing something like that? Right? The United States federal government does. There was another report, multiple reports, that hobbyists would get their drones up into the sky, and as they get closer to those drones, guess what? Battery dead. And the drones would just come flying out of the sky, just fall. Now, I talked to a friend of mine who is in the military. I'm not going to say which branch or anything else, but a friend of mine. He said, just know that if these drones were from an enemy, they wouldn't have red and green and blue flashing lights. If this was an enemy drone, it would be pitch black, it would be dark, and chances are you would not even know it was there. That's if it's an enemy drone. Okay. Now, what he said, and I'm going to say that in a moment. I'm going to give you exactly what he said. But first, I want to show you a couple other things. Okay? Here's one of them. A drone sighting temporarily shut down runways at a New York airport. Okay? The FBI says it has received over 5,000 tips about sightings. And again, I want to talk to you about these sightings because this is getting out of control. Okay? But again, I'm going to play this clip for you in a moment. But here's what you need to keep in mind again. The FBI says many of these New Jersey drone sightings are manned aircraft being misidentified as drones. Some of them are. Some of these are airplanes. I went through X just a little while ago, went through Reddit, and I looked to see could I find an airplane that was being identified as a drone. And I found dozens. Now, I want to play you this clip because of what Secretary Mayorkas says and how he positions this. And again, kind of you're reading between the lines. This is important. Listen to this.
Let me calm those nerves. We have not seen anything unusual. We have not seen any unusual activity. We know of no threat. We know of no nefarious activity.
He says, okay, I'm going to play that for you one more time. Listen to this.
Let me calm those nerves. We have not seen anything unusual.
We have not seen anything unusual. To Homeland Security, those drones that are up in the sky, that's not unusual. It is to the American people that don't know where those drones came from. But to Homeland Security, that's nothing unusual. Let me keep playing this.
We have not seen any unusual activity. We know of no threat. We know of no nefarious activity.
They know of no threat and no nefarious activity. Kind of sounds like it's a drone from the U.S. government. Let's keep playing this.
I want to repeat that. We have not seen anything unusual. We know of no threat or of any nefarious activity. And let me explain. People are reporting sightings.
I want to jump in here really quick. Okay, there's 30 seconds of that clip. Okay, I'm going to play about 2 minutes of it. But there's 30 seconds of that clip where he pretty much said the same thing, phrased it in a couple different ways. I think he said it 3 times in 30 seconds. Do you know what normally happens if somebody, and this is usually a telltale sign of a lie, is somebody comes out and says the same thing over and over again because they practiced it. They practice in their office or at their house. They practice the same thing. I'm going to come out and I'm going to say it like this. This is what I'm going to do. Okay? Let me keep playing this.
Of drones. It is very common for individuals who think they see drones to actually see small aircraft, and we have a case of mistaken identity. Also, we have 6 different people reporting what they think is a drone, and all of a sudden we have reports of 6 drone sightings.
Now, I'm going to jump in there again. Remember when I just showed you this image right here, okay? The FBI says it has received over 5,000 tips about the sightings. Guess what? If, let's say, 2 people saw the same drone, again, like Secretary Mayorkas just said, and they both report it, that's double the sightings. If 10 people see the same 5 drones, guess what? That is 10 people seeing it, 10 different reports, 5 different drones. Guess what? That could easily multiply. Okay? Now, this is what my friend also said. He said what we are likely seeing right now is he said the most likely scenario is that this is our own government testing out special equipment and technology. Okay? Again, doesn't say specifically. He said most likely, this is the most likely scenario. However, what we are likely seeing now is more citizens putting their own drones up into the sky to see what is going on. And so now you have people reporting that, nope, this is just a hobbyist drone. Nothing to worry about here, because one person sends their drone up to go see what's happening. Another person sends their drone up, but yet it's pointing at the other hobbyist drone, and it's like, oh, just a hobbyist drone. No big deal. But again, this is somewhat troubling that we aren't getting answers from the federal government. Keep in mind what Donald Trump said the other day. He said that that the U.S. government needs to tell the people what is really going on or shoot them down. Okay? One of the 2 answers. You would tell the American people what is really going on, or you shoot them down. Interesting. Let me keep playing this clip for you, because Secretary Mayorkas has a little bit more to say.
So there's some duplication. I have been in touch with Governor Murphy every day. Our experts have been in touch with the New Jersey State Police every day. What we have done is we have deployed our state-of-the-art technology. We've deployed our experts to New Jersey. That technology has not confirmed any drone sightings. In addition, it has confirmed that some reported drone sightings are in fact small aircraft.
Now, their equipment has not reported any drone sightings. Now, that right there, a very clear statement. Now, are those drones up in the sky? Yeah, it could be. But is the U.S. military calling them something else, which is the reason why they're coming out and saying that there's no drone sightings? Because they don't call those things drones. They call them, unmanned aircrafts, right? That's kind of where we're in. That's the situation that we're in. Okay? Sitting between a rock and a hard place, because right now nobody's giving us answers. But it's turning into a threat, because now local law enforcement, and I saw several videos over in New Jersey where local law enforcement is driving by, they're seeing all these different drones in the sky. Some of it looks like a light show. Others just drones, whizzing here and there, just going all over the place. And they're trying to figure out, well, where are these coming from? Why are there so many in different areas now? Right? What's going on? The most likely scenario is that, and again, this is something that, somebody told me, is that, and again, try not to, say too much, but it's likely that the drones that were sent up, okay, they are that, chances are they're coming from the U.S. military. Chances are that their testing phase is either almost over or it's pretty much concluding. And as soon as these stop, then we're still going to see more drones up in the air. But they're likely not going to be the drones that we were seeing previously over the last few weeks. Now, chances are it's going to be just hobbyists sending their drones up in the sky, hoping to see something. So again, we're going to figure out what's going on, but hopefully we get an answer soon. Let's keep listening.
Pilots have not reported seeing drones. That's not to say that there aren't drones, flying in the air, but we have no concern at this point with respect to a threat or any nefarious activity.
He says right there, pilots have not reported any drones. They did over in Oregon, not over on the East Coast, though. You know why that is? It's very easy for the military to say, well, this is restricted airspace. We don't want any, we want no airplanes flying over this location at this time or whatever. And you just divert the airplanes around it, okay? Just have, FAA say, nope, this is a no-fly zone. Can't fly here. Guess what? When it's a no-fly zone, you can't fly. You know what also happens with certain drones? Well, they just come down. You send your drone over there. Nope, you're in a no-fly zone. Now it's going to send you back. It's going to send you down to the ground. You can't fly. Right? Simple enough. Let's keep listening about 20 more seconds.
The reality is you can have a 15-year-old kid who buys a drone off the shelf and puts it up in the sky. We have not seen drones turn their lights off in the dark. We have not seen drones penetrate restricted airspace. Those are two indicia that would give us a cause for concern.
Right there. It hasn't entered into restricted airspace. Okay. One of the reasons why these drones might be able to fly in certain areas and other drones can't is because they were the only ones that were allowed to. And then the other fact is, if you don't shut your lights off, and that's exactly what my friend said, is that if it was an enemy drone, it would have no lights on. It wouldn't come flying into the U.S. border with blinky blue, green, red lights. It would be all black. It would be very quiet. You probably wouldn't even hear it. And chances are these drones are a little further away than we even anticipate. They're not that close. Okay, so we'll see what happens, but that is what the U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security just said earlier on today, is that, well, there's no known threat. These are not, they have not seen any drone sightings. Like I said, it's not about what exactly he said. It's about kind of what he doesn't say and the way he positions himself to answer these questions. Again, that's what we know as of today, but I promise as soon as we know more, whether it's good or bad, I promise I'll bring you all the latest news and updates. But as of today, that is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.